gotta speak the truth. People! Listen to me, please. Listen to me.
Alright, hi babies, my strawberries. Okay, listen. Alright, this video is gonna be very loud. My TV is on in the background, but listen, I have to keep it on because there is music playing outside, so trust me, this is the better option. The first thing we're going to talk about is the new Victoria's Secret decision. I have to get this off my chest. Like, too much has been going on lately, and this is definitely just one of them. Why? Basically, so if you don't know what's going on, a very bad summary is that basically Victoria's Secret has decided to let go of their angels and just do like this thing called VS Collective. So basically they're just gonna take like iconic, in quotations because some of these people are questionable, iconic people, and use that as their like brand representation. This is a poor decision in my opinion to rebrand, right? I feel like, and this is from me, this is my opinion. If you want your opinion, go make your own video, okay? Thank you. I've never had an issue with the angels. I think the whole concept of Victoria's Secret angels is literally the only appeal to them anymore. Their perfume lasts for 3 seconds and their underwear is cheap and bad. Like for a high schooler, I could see the appeal of Victoria's Secret, and once you start to get older, you start to age out of it and you start to realize just how bad quality Victoria's Secret is. And I just feel like there was no need to get rid of the angels. I feel like yes, there are people who wanted to get rid of the angels. I was not one of them. I definitely just wanted the angels to be more inclusive. Like, hello? Not every woman has this insanely thin body and has this like heroine type of 90s model look. Like that look, first of all, that look is so outdated. Like they've been needed to let that go. All we asked was for you to put models that don't look like the same white girl every 3 seconds. That is really not that hard in my opinion. And is it? I feel like it's not. I feel like getting rid of the angels is just like, it just feels like anti-femininity. And here's why, right? Because remember their last controversy where they were like, oh, we don't want trans women in our show because we personally feel like they don't represent femininity. That was the controversy. Why would you think the solution to that is to abolish the angels altogether? To me, in my personal opinion, that just sounds like, well, you nigger monkeys and you non-cis people and fat people don't represent femininity, so like you're not getting into our show, you're not angels, so we're just gonna cancel the angels altogether. Like it just feels like they threw a tantrum. They were like, well, since we can't have white angels that are completely skinny and look one way, we're just gonna end it all together. Like it feels like such a cop-out to me personally. I'm not happy with it. Like I get what they're trying to do, but it's not gonna be good. People are like, that's why I was so confused in like Diet Prada's comment section, because there are people that seem like a little too hopeful about this, and there are definitely people that are like too little too late. I definitely agree with that. Like if you were gonna make this decision, you should have made it like 6 or even 10 years ago. Like I feel like that would have been more appropriate. We're in 2021. Like it's not, you're not doing anything now. It's not changing anything now. I don't know. It just feels like a cop-out to me. It doesn't feel like a choice that was made to be inclusive. It feels like a choice that was made to be mean and be like, you guys aren't the definition of femininity, so like we're just gonna cancel the angels altogether because we're not putting you in our shows. That's my personal belief. Next topic is going to be about pride. Okay, let me talk about pride. My best friend Kayla has brought me to pride, I think ever since, I can't remember the first year we went, but from the year we first went, we've gone to pride 3 times straight, back to back to back. And the only time that we didn't was last year, and we couldn't go last year because it was not only canceled, but we also weren't friends. So it worked out so perfectly for us. That's so crazy to me. But yeah, I'm forever grateful for my best friend for bringing me today. But yeah, I'm forever grateful for my best friend for bringing me to that experience. Now, I do have my complaints, and one of the complaints I always had, which is now a topic on Twitter, is that for some reason white gay men seem to think that Pride is the time for them to come out and just straight up, they're basically nude out there, if I'm being honest, like just no clothes on them, just balls out, and I'm just like, whoa, whoa. Now, I'm definitely not the person to be like, oh, you can't express yourself and this and that, but there are literal minors at Pride. There are teenagers at Pride. That is not like a myth. I've been to Pride 3 times. There are straight up teenagers there. I went when I was a teen. Even though I was legal, I was still a teen. And that is very jarring to see, especially for like a lot of these teens, this is like their first time at Pride. It just never sat right with me, and I'm so happy to see people say that, like, no, this was never right. It was never right. Like, there's minors here. You can't just go around with your penis hanging all about and think that's okay, especially because Pride is not even about that. Like, hello, what happened to the original plot of the movie? Let's rewind. No, it's not about that to begin with. There's like white gay men on Twitter like going so hard for this, and it's just like, whoa. And plus, I heard that there's like a whole 18 plus section in Pride. I didn't even know that exists. So if that's the thing, why are y'all out in the public just balls hanging with your rainbow jock straps? No. And I saw a lot of people, like, there was just a lot of bad takes. Like, there was also people that were like, oh, but nobody says anything about women with their breasts out, which is a true thing. But also, hello, can we have some context behind that? Can we like dissect two different situations? Most women that come out with their nipple, well, not their nipples, their breasts out and with the nipple pasties on at Pride is most likely doing it because of the free the nipple movement and how stigmatized women are with their breasts. Men have never had to go through that. That is two different situations. Like, I understand at the end of the day, it's still something that's jarring, but I feel like comparing the two are apples and oranges because one is clearly being done as an act of fighting oppression, which is what Pride is about, versus you just putting on a jaw strap and, you know, just having your balls out. One is doing something, the other is not. Like, it's not, no. It's not the same to me personally. But if it does make gay men feel comfortable, we can also just say no to that as well. It's not that hard. But whatever. I'm personally against it. I think that if there is an 18 plus section, y'all should be there. Like, I'm also anti the people on Twitter saying that it's a normal thing. No, it is not. I don't know how. I don't know how, in what universe is that a normal thing. It is not a normal thing. Maybe if when you're going to specific clubs and specific parties, that is a normal thing, but that is not a normal thing to just be outside in a jockstrap. Like, y'all are pushing it really, really bad. It's so simple for you to just go in that section or put on something way more appropriate rather than go outside and have a literal teenager see your hairy ass. Like, what? Next topic. The new Gossip Girl. I seen the trailer. I'm gonna enjoy it, but I have my doubts and my thoughts. First of all, I think people are being way too harsh on it. Like, I do understand. Someone, for example, had the critique of why not just make a new show instead of taking properties that already exist and trying to mold them into new casts. I definitely agree with that. A reboot will always set, like, a reboot with like a new cast will always set the new cast up, because there is no way that people are going to take off their nostalgia lenses to see the potential in the new cast and see potential in the new story. I will always believe it's a setup, in my personal opinion, and I will always be more so pro a new show than a reboot. Like, even from the trailer, I can see that there's like a lot of potential with some actors, but I already know a lot of people are going to write it off because it's just a reboot. So I do think it's a setup, but I also see like a lot of potential. Like, I really kind of liked it. I kind of like the idea that they aren't all going at each other's throat. There are like best friends, and some girls seem to be a little bit more closer, but it's not that deep. And I think the media probably portrayed it a little differently. Like, I do remember seeing that headline that was like, the new Gossip Girl will have no gossip, and this, like, they made it way more dramatic than I think it's gonna be. Obviously there's gonna be drama and gossip. I just think that they're gonna make sure that it's not two girls catfighting the whole time. I do like messy situations, but I do think that I do think they'll be able to pull that off, like them not going at each other's throats, but more so probably teaming up together. But also in those situations, it leads to them kind of bickering. Like, it's not going to be intense. I think it's more going to be like Pretty Little Liars, where it's them against an unknown enemy, basically. Well, not unknown, but you like get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's them against someone else. I think it's going to be very much that. I think that in the end probably they'll come together and they'll realize that, but there's going to be fights in between it. I don't know. I think a lot of people just are judging it a little too strongly, especially because, listen, some of you guys need to go back and watch Gossip Girl. I feel like some of you have not watched Gossip Girl in a long time, and you're just saying things out your mouth. Like, for example, there was somebody who was like critiquing their wardrobe, and all they saw was just school uniforms. Like, I don't know how to break this down to you, but Gossip Girl did not have the iconic closet that y'all make it out to be. Like, Blair had some really nice hits, but she also had some really strong misses, and that could be said for every single show CW touches. The closet and the wardrobe are never that good. I've been wanting to say that for a long time, because I feel like a lot of people just mark off Gossip Girl as having these iconic Manhattan looks, when really I went back to watch it and I was just like, half of this stuff is really tacky, like really tacky. Ugh. Wasn't really in my taste, so I was just really shocked to see people like eat up their school uniforms. Like, girl, this is actually kind of good. They look better than the original cast in their school uniforms. Only Blair was eating. But yeah, I think that my favorite characters, I have not learned their names. Let me go on their Instagram and see. What's her name? Not her. I hate the fact that they use, like, okay, Monette. That's her name, Monette, and what's her name? They're just saying L. Can y'all say her name in these comments? Like, okay, I'm not seeing the full name in the comments, so I'm just gonna go by L. L and Monette are already my favorite duo. I think that they are quite literally iconic besties. I think that L may be the next Blair. Either it's L or it's Monette. If it's anybody else, I will be very upset. Like, I get very iconic vibes from them. I also like this white girl. What's her name? Her name is Audrey. Or is that the actress name? No, her name is Audrey. Her character name is Audrey. Audrey is also very cute. I'm rooting for her as my one white girl of this cast. I think I'm very also that's also something I had to point out. They said that there was gonna be LGBT characters here, and from what I saw from the trailer, it seems to be by men. Now I don't have a problem with that, but I would very much like if we slipped in some bisexual women and some lesbians into this show. That's all I'm saying. That would be cute as well. Let's have a little, MLM WLW moment. No, yes. I'm thinking yes. Let's try to work that in. And slip that in. Thank you very much. But I think it's gonna be cute. I feel like people are just like complaining because it's a teen drama. Like, I feel like you guys are the biggest critics when it comes to teen dramas, and I don't know why. First of all, nobody wants a realistic teen show. You guys need to let that go, okay? Do you know what high school is realistically? It's boring, it's smelly, and it's a bunch of trauma. Nobody wants that. Like, we want drama. We want manufactured drama. That's what I want. I want iconic looks. I don't care about school dress code. If I cared about, like, why would I want to be reminded of the time that I was taken to the principal office because I didn't have sleeves? Like, I went in with like a short, whatever. My shoulders were showing and it was like the end of the world. Why would I want to be reminded of that in a TV show? I don't. So stop asking about it. Like, oh my god. It's the worst thing you guys could do. Be like, I never got to wear this in my high school. It's a show, Marie. It's a show. Relax. It's really not that serious. So much stupid complaints about teen dramas. Like, it's really not that deep. I don't want a realistic teen drama. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to forget about my boring teen life or my teen life that was just filled with me getting bullied. Like, I want the Euphoria high school. Like, hello? And I feel like these shows, Euphoria did. You see how when Euphoria came out, every teenage girl was doing the looks. They was going to school more brave. Like, that's a good thing. A TV show, a teen drama that's not realistic is making change. Why is that an issue? Like, hello? I don't know. I just feel like change your critique when it comes to teen dramas. How about that? Because you guys do not critique a horror movie in the same way you would critique a comedy. It's two different genres. And I consider teen drama like a totally different genre from other things. Why do you guys compare it the same way? It's very confusing to me. And that leads me to my very listen, okay? Stop the Euphoria is better than Riverdale. Both Euphoria and Riverdale have their faults, and it's in the same exact way in some points too. I think that's the crazy part about it. Like, there is, you know what, I don't feel like getting into it, but all I can say, right, Riverdale is it bad? It is bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best teen drama. It's not. It's very but that's just everything CW touches. Like, I don't know why you guys treat Riverdale like it's out of the norm for everything CW does. CW is known for its queer baiting. It's known for its stupid plot lines and drama and just like very ugly clothing. It's known for that. It's been doing that years before Riverdale came out, okay? When I was watching my friend Ari, we were watching Riverdale. We started on season 2 because if you've been on the internet, you've seen season 1. Basically, it's all over the internet. There's no way to escape that if you were on the internet. So we just like said, no, we're not going to watch that. Especially because we wanted to just go in because we weren't expecting to get attached at all. Like, we were expecting the stupid show that we saw on Twitter. So we went in for season 2. We started to enjoy it. We were like, why are we enjoying this? Even though we were hate watching it, even when we were hate watching it, we were still getting like involved in the plot. Like, it only took like, I think 1 or 2 episodes for us to like catch up because The episode of season 2 starts with Archie's dad coming in from the hospital because he got hit by a car. Whoa, like what is going on? We were like, that was like whiplash for us because no one will tell us what was going on. It's just like, oh, the one time you guys don't want to spill out the plot, you know, in your conversations is now when we're trying to figure out why this dude got hit by a car. But whatever, it's fine. As we continue to watch, and even I continue to watch alone, I start to realize like Riverdale is the typical CW teen drama. It has its extreme points that is not okay at all in the slightest bit. But it also is just a regular teen drama, and people complain about it like it's doing something, like it's pushing the boundaries way too far. That's how people complain about it, and I just don't see it in that way. Once again, it has its very problematic moments, but so do a lot of other teen dramas, especially with the way that you guys interpret certain things to the extreme because you hate it anyways. It could seem really bad. There's also very other problematic aspects of other teen dramas that y'all will let them get away with because you like them. That's just my personal belief. Okay? Like I said, I'm not saying that Riverdale isn't problematic. It is. It has its very bad moments. Just the conversation sometimes is very stiff, but whatever. There's moments where like people get on Veronica, like, oh my god, that just reminds me of when recently Netflix like made a post that featured Riverdale, and it was Veronica and Archie dancing, and I think she said happy prom day, my lover. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. And mind you, this is like after I already put this topic down in my notes to speak about, to rant about. The comments were just like, who talks like this? What teenager talks like this? Blah, 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 blah. If you watch the show, and this is something I had to do, if you watch the show, you'll realize she is the type of teenager that talks like that because she's very into like the vintage side. Like she has a whole speakeasy. She owns that. So of course she's gonna speak like that. Like that's the thing. Like it's not unrealistic. It's unrealistic if you don't watch the show. If you watch the show, you would know why she speaks like that. Like that's just her. That's just her personality. Like hello, it's just so odd to me. Like ugh. And especially in the way that people critique Riverdale in a way like this is not how teenagers act. No teen and teen dramas act like how teenagers act. I'm sorry to break it to you. It is very true. There are a lot of parts in Euphoria where I'm just like, this is not the actions of a teen. Would I use that against Euphoria? No. Even though I very much am a believer that Euphoria would work better in a college setting, I don't care at the same time because it's just like whatever. You guys are like going bonkers over teen representation. You need to stop. You need to stop. Being a teenager is probably one of the most boring aspects of your life. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? It's not. You have to force that drama in. There's no way to be like, here's your regular teenage life. It's boring. It's very boring. You need mess. Okay? Alright? Okay, and that's what Riverdale does. It gives you mess. Now, they are off the rockers about a lot of things. One, sexualizing their female characters. Just over-sexualizing people who are supposed to be teens. That is very much a pattern with Riverdale that I dislike. I very much skip all the sex scenes. It's very, not only are you over-sexualizing teens, you're just very poor scenes, just very poor acting, and very poor direction. Like, it's not good. It's not good. Hello? Let's maybe cut that out. There's also, like, I just feel like a lot of people are over-exaggerating when it comes to Riverdale sometimes. It's nuts, but it's not anything different from the regular teen drama. Even with the whole, like, cult thing, because I watched up to, I think, season 4. I forgot what was my breaking point before, because I was watching. I had 2 breaking points, believe it or not. I was watching all the way up until like Tony and Cheryl. When Tony joined the cult, that was my first breaking point. That was my first breaking I could not. I turned off the TV so quick. I was like,
Are you serious? Are you gonna kill me? You're gonna do that? You're gonna do that?
that was my greatest point. I stopped watching, and then like weeks later, I was like, let me just put it on. Let me just get through that. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back because I heard they introduced like aliens into their thing, and I was just like, I got through the cult, and I believed in the cult. The cult was not as listen.
People want to try to make Riverdale seem like it was way too much complication and it's just way too much in the story. The cult thing was not that bad. Like, people try to make it seem like it was like so awesome. Relax. It really wasn't that bad. Like, it was easy pulling around. I really was very angry that Tony got manipulated. Like, I was rooting for her. Whatever. Nothing about the cult storyline is bad. Sorry, I didn't
But whatever. Nothing about the